51% of children in the state of West Virginia are being raised by grandparents.
That's more than half of the children in the state. You may be one of these grand families, or at least know someone who's raising their grandchild. And if that's the case, then we want you to learn more about this special program designed to help grandparents who are parenting the second time around.
So the program is a fantastic program. So there's kind of two pieces to it. There is financial support, and then also there's an education piece to it. And so when I say financial support, the program is set up to where we're able to try to help with direct services for the grand families in need. So really, they go through the enrollment process, and so they just have to fill out an enrollment form with us. And then after that, we kind of do a needs assessment questionnaire with them to kind of try to see what their immediate needs are. So we can assist with things such as like utility assistance, food, clothing, school supplies. Like just today, I called a dumpster site because of all the flooding going on. I have a grand family who's enrolled in the program, and they're experiencing flooding in their basement right now, and they have a lot of stuff they got to get cleared out of the basement. So we just called and actually ordered a dumpster for them today. So there's a lot of different services that we can try to help provide them with. A lot of the families, when they very first get the grandchildren, they might not have beds for them or furniture. So we've ordered beds, so that way the kids have a safe place to sleep. So that's kind of like the financial support that we're able to provide. I mean, even things just like, and I tell even these grand families, even things just like extracurricular activities. Like I have 3 sons, they play baseball in our hometown, and just to sign the 3 of them up, it was like $200. So just even things like that, especially when some of these grand families are on a fixed income, things like that are hard. And, so we're even able to help pay fees for like extracurricular activities because we want these kids to be able to live a healthy, stable life. And so if we can help provide support in that way, it's just such a great program that, we really want to get the word out so that way more grand families are able to use it.
So let's talk with Randy now. So Randy, how do people find out about the Grand Families Program? What is it something that they're automatically, once they take possession of their grandchildren, automatically they get signed up, or how does that work?
Unfortunately, no. We have connections with school counselors and schools and stuff like that. And so when a situation like that does come up and they meet a student and a grandparent like that, then they will send a referral to us. But at this point, we don't have any connections directly with CPS or the court system to refer them to us.
Okay, so this right now is almost like through the schools or word of mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's amazing to me how many people have not heard of the program, just because, like I said, it is just such a wonderful support that these grand families need. And then not only are we able to help kind of provide the financial assistance, but there's a big education piece too, like we talked about, raising kids in the 21st century. I mean, you have all the new technology and social media. And so social media, especially for teenagers, is such a scary thing right now. And just being able to monitor that. And then even like your school system, like that's one of the discussion topics in the education piece that goes along with the program is navigating the school system. Lots of times now, kids don't even get like a paper report card. Everything is done digitally. So in order for these grandparents to even be able to keep track of their grandchildren's grades, they have to do all of that on the computer. And a lot of them don't know how to do that. So that's why we kind of focus on these 9 main discussion topics to try to help guide them through it and, all of the new changes that go along with raising kids nowadays.
Can you go over those discussion topics just so that we have a better idea of how you can educate these families?
Absolutely. So the 9 main discussion topics that go along with the program, they've been researched through the West Virginia State University, since they're the ones who developed the Healthy Grandfamilies. And so these are the discussion topics that go along with the program. And we have parenting in the 21st century. And then we have family relationships, a new dynamic since, a lot of these households are going from maybe a 1 to 2 person household. I have one grand family enrolled in the program who has 6 of her grandchildren now. So they went from being a 2-person household to now being an 8-person household. So that really changes your family dynamic. So that's one of the discussion topics. Communication. I know a lot of the thing is people say, nowadays the kids, all they want to do is be on their phones. And so that's one of the topics that we try to focus on too, is, having healthy communication in the household. And then technology and social media, we talked about that a little bit already. So we try to go over some of the dangers of social media, and being able to use technology, be able to use computers and things like that. These grandparents are going to be able to need to do to stay up to date with their kids. And then nutrition, because, some of these grandfamilies might not be in the best health themselves. So, and having this added stress, can be stressful to raise kids. So having that added stress sometimes, can also affect their health. So we just want to make sure that we incorporate, information on healthy lifestyles and making sure that they're seeking help for, health conditions that they may have. And then legal issues, that's a big topic that we go over because we usually try to bring in a guest speaker from West Virginia Legal Aid, because a lot of these grandfamilies, a lot of times they get the children as a result of a legal case, or sometimes children are removed through CPS, or maybe a parent is incarcerated. So there's a lot of legal questions some of these grandparents have. Lots of times they want to know what their rights are, and what rights the parents still have. And they just have so many questions. So we do try to usually bring in Legal Aid of West Virginia to try to help kind of navigate that and answer questions for them. And then some of the other topics are self-care, just making sure that they are taking care of themselves. And then stress management is another topic, which is really big for these grandfamilies. And then the last topic is navigating the public school system. So those are the 9 main discussion topics that we work on.
And how are these discussions done? Are they done in a public forum? Are they done one-to-one? Are they done through modules on a computer?
So we have a group, and so we try to bring them kind of together, because one of the best parts of the program is kind of for these grandfamilies to know that they're not alone in what they're going through, and just being able to really see, that there's others out there. And then it's been nice. Some of them are even able to exchange phone numbers and gain support from one another. So, and that to me is some of the best part of the program.
Some other important information you should know is that the Healthy Grandfamilies Program has no income guidelines, and it's absolutely free for any grandparent who resides in Brooke, Hancock, Ohio, or Marshall counties and is raising 1 or more of their grandchildren full-time. To learn more, you can check out their Facebook page at facebook.com/BHFRN, or to sign up, call 304-748-7850 and select option 10.